With the emergence of the I, one enters into the kingdom of liberty, or free will, within the universe of doubt, only limited by the genetic destiny provided within the cerebral conformations, or deconformation. The left side of the brain, the cerebral cortex with its discursive rational thought, will all the time attempt to interfere, interrupt, direct in one constant doubt, the number of vacillations being greater when the miscegenation of bloods is greater, with disparate memories coming from opposite sides. And the will plays a decisive role in that agonizing doubt, as the only energy capable of overcoming it and resolving the great conflict, able to fix the definite course of navigation and victory in the battle. Even so, the will of man, that mysterious stream of energy, also seems to depend on the mixing of bloods, being less strong to the degree feelings and emotions, the imagination, come to play, in turn conditioned by the purity or impurity of the hereditary miscegenation, and by the health of the genes. We must not forget, in any case, that genetic karma is nothing more than the reflection here on Earth, the plasmic expression of a pre-existing karma accumulated through the rounds of eternal return. Its symbolic expression, as it were, in this round reactivated again by Chronos Saturn. Moreover, in the final decision, even if there never were a final decision, other mysterious forces enter the reckoning in addition to the will, chances full of sense and meaning, like an unknown hand that seems to have moved the strings from afar. Coincidences, synchronic, a-casual, that puts us into the position of having to decide on a plan of escape, even when we think other possibilities exist as well. Right or left, here or there, until the end of our days or perhaps until halfway. All or nothing, or rather, only a part of that whole. The mother of doubt is ratiocination, the left side of the brain, the cerebral cortex, the continent that emerged after the sinking of Hyperborea, after the loss of the Grail, the emerald of Lucifer, the power of Odil. We have only the will to annihilate with its ray the demon Samara of doubt, to paralyze ratiocination. But the will also depends on the degree of mixing and miscegenation, being most powerful in the purest races and weakest in the impure. The Germans possess more will than the Latins. What is the will? I dare to think it is the Sig rune, the ode power that was lost or clouded over with racial sin, with the flooding of Hyperborea and the mixing of the astral divine blood. That ray passes through the brain, coming from mind. The deconformed brains about which the Chilean thinker Francisco Antonio Encina speaks to us are the weak wills that suffer deconformation due to heredity and racial inferiority. The mysterious ray does not find an appropriate, sane instrument for its expression, even when its power is such that it can even regenerate matter and overcome the entropy. For Schopenhauer, the will, very similar to the will to power of Nietzsche, is fulfilled even without reason or ratiocination, acting even in minerals and plants in their reproduction. In our opinion, this would be the demiurgic will, but there is another will with another purpose or design, disposed to fight precisely against this will to power. And, being practically lost now, this will to power must be recreated, invented, disciplined, and fed by an act of inspiration and knowledge, by sacrifice, the realization of an act that seals a pact, an agreement with something or someone who is before or after our adventure and is felt as a divinity, as our own possible divinity. The sacrifice must necessarily be painful, including the loss of ephemeral satisfaction, even if brilliant, something seen as important, but that in the end must be traded for a greater joy, a state of continuous total orgasm in Valhalla, making possible that we reach a perfume of the home oaks of the forest of Ares, from Hyperborea, to sacralize our combat.